today I'm going to be reacting to the dumbest attempts to cancel SML.
From random YouTubers trying to end SML due to accusing him of stealing Jeffy.
If you got a problem, Logan, just like I said before, we can talk about this or we can take it the hard way. It's your option.
To Nintendo themselves literally trying to take down SML. These are the absolute dumbest attempts to cancel SML. Starting off with the time when the YouTubers DBTV made a video attempting to cancel SML due to the fact that he apparently stole Jeffy from them. In this video, they would start off by saying that Logan is making a lot of money off of a character that they invented from their short films. And they would proceed to show a clip of the character, and in this clip, he does sound pretty similar to Jeffy.
He's making a lot of money off a character we made in a show called Nobody Cares.
Hey, my name's Jeffy. What's up?
But while it wasn't 100% confirmed that SML stole this, DBTV would go on to threaten Logan with a lawsuit if they didn't credit him for the Jeffy character, which we all know a lawsuit could easily have a chance of ending SML forever.
This is gonna be a warning right now.
Bro, the voice is similar, but the character itself looks nothing like him. That's a human. Jeffy's a puppet, and that human character looked nothing like that.
You can either contact us and we can talk through email, we can talk face to face, or we can talk through the phone, or we're gonna take legal action because this is not right. It's not right at all.
However, after this video was uploaded, Logan would never speak out on it, and DBTV would never proceed with a lawsuit, which puts this situation in a pretty weird spot, with a few possibilities. The first possibility being that this may have been settled off camera, and Logan potentially did steal Jeffy from them and apologized. However, there was never a reported sighting of Logan crediting them at all, so this option is likely not the true one. However, the second option, which is the one most people think happened, is that DBTV was simply trying to get money or clout out of Logan, since Logan happened to make a similar character to them, but would fail with the plan as SML's fanbase would be on Logan's side for the most part. If these two are bitching about SML stealing their character, why don't they actually take legal action? Logan literally showed the animation he made of Jeffy where he was originated. Now, honestly, the fans did have a really good point here, as Logan had a flash animation of a character all the way back from high school, and as we all know, Logan was in high school all the way from 2009 till 2013, which was way before DBTV made their version of Jeffy. So
honestly, they probably just stole it from Jeffy.
Overall, this cancellation attempt was really dumb and pointless, and DBTV was likely attention-seeking. However, let's now move on to a more recent cancellation attempt on SML, which is none other than the Doofy the Dragon on YouTube Kids scandal. Now, a lot of you probably have never heard of this situation before, as it's one of the most recent instances of people attempting to cancel SML, and not many people have even covered it before. As we all know, Doofy is one of the most controversial and not so family-friendly characters, hence why Logan permanently stopped featuring Doofy in videos as of 2018. But while Doofy wasn't the most family-friendly character, many say that he was still a really funny character in SML, and due to this, people started re-uploading Doofy segments as their own videos, making it seem like Doofy was its own show. One example of this was a video titled All Doofy the Dragon Episodes, and essentially, this person compiled every Doofy episode from SML into one video. And as you can see, this video has over 500,000 views, which is not very good. However, here's where the dark part kicks in. Basically, a lot of these views are not from normal consumers of YouTube or SML fans. Rather, a lot of these views were from little kids who use the YouTube Kids app. Now, a lot of you may be asking how this even happened, and honestly, I have no clue. Essentially, YouTube messed up badly and ended up putting this stupidly graphic content on YouTube Kids. And obviously, parents started seeing this and would end up speaking out about it.
Has been coming into my room anywhere from 9 to 11 o'clock at night, and he's crying, and he gives me a hug, and when I ask him what's wrong, he says, "I just love you."
Now, this whole thing escalated so bad to the point where we saw kids of some parents saying really disturbing things. One good example of this is the child of the mom you just saw, and according to her, the child said, quote, "Mom, can you pass away happy so I don't have to off you?" Which is just insanity.
Oh my god.
What show? And he said, "The Dragon Show." The Dragon? What Dragon Show? On what? Because I'm trying to pull it up. And he said on YouTube.
Now, with all of the parents speaking out about this on social media, along with
But based on that video alone, there's no way of knowing that's from SML. Like, if you don't know much about SML and you just thought it was a whole separate thing, that video is just a compilation of Doofy the Dragon, so there's nothing showing its SML theme. So why would they target SML without knowing that's where it's
commenting
originated
on the Doofy videos? This makes this entry one of the cancellation attempts that concerned parents the most, without a doubt. This is dangerous not only for kids, but for anyone with depression too. However, we can also assume that parents were genuinely concerned and mad at SML when it comes to the times they were blatantly racist. Which brings us to some of the most controversial actions SML has ever done, which are the times SML has been racist in videos. Now, these instances can range from a white character saying the N-word to straight up offensive jokes and characters. But first, let's start with the white SML crew member saying the N-word in a video. Now, back in the day, Logan used to love having Lance rip the N-word like it was nothing, as we saw Jeffy rip it so casually in SML movie Jeffy the Rapper, that it makes you think that Lance says it on a daily basis.
I don't know where Jeffy's at.
What's up, Jeffy? What's up, Daddy? I'm a gangster now.
Now, this clip honestly screams controversy, as Jeffy rips the N-word, then immediately proceeds to associate himself as a gangster. But this isn't the only time Lance was heard ripping it in SML. As in SML movie First Day of School, we would hear Lance rip it again, but this time with Jackie Chu. And in the video, Toad introduced him as Dat N-word to Jackie Chu, and for some stupid reason, Jackie Chu repeats what he says.
That
Yeah, you got it right.
All right, gold star.
Clearly, both of these instances are not okay, and the community was mostly mixed, as some people defended Lance by saying that Lavelle was cool with it and probably gave him the N-word pass, but the other side of fans would argue that the N-word pass doesn't exist, and Lance was simply being racist. Lavelle probably gave him the pass. I personally don't agree with the pass concept. I think one should never say it if you're white, because it does imply racist culture. Now, this was just the first type of example when it comes to SML being racist, as we've seen them do very racist and offensive jokes in the past that people didn't really like. And this is something we've seen way more recently. One really racist and offensive example of this was seen in SML movie Jeffy the Spy. In this video, we see Jeffy and Marvin being accused of being Chinese spies, due to Jeffy saying, "I spy Chinese," which clearly isn't good enough evidence for the US government.
I don't know, Jeffy, what do you want for dinner?
I spy Chinese.
I do love Chinese.
Me Chinese, me play joke, me go pee-pee in your Coke.
My God, Chinese spies on American soil.
But things are about to get worse real quick due to one joke that SML decided to make later in the video. Basically, the US government somehow finds Jeffy and Marvin guilty of being Chinese spies. Therefore, they get sent to Guantanamo Bay, upon arriving, they meet their new cellmate, Muhammad Mahakbar, which was Lavelle's interpretation of an actual terrorist. And if it can't get any worse, Muhammad proceeds to say kaboom and mock the airplanes that crashed into the Twin Towers after Brooklyn guy gets his attention.
But since you guys are spies, you're staying in Guantanamo with him. Hey, Mohammed! Kaboom! Yeah, all that. Come meet your new cellmates.
Now, clearly this character was made for this joke, and it was highly racist and offensive. And best believe people didn't like this.
Bro, I like this kind of it. I like this thing stuff though, bro. It doesn't bother me at all. You had to know, like, SML at this point in time, not necessarily in the past, there was episodes every once in a while, but for the most part, they weren't going for that idea, but nowadays, SML is kind of like South Park, in a way. Like, it's just dark humor. They're using it in the sense of being dark humor, not in the sense of being racist. Yes, they're saying racist stuff, but the reason they're saying it is for content, it's for the entertainment. So, like, you clearly haven't watched stuff like Family Guy, South Park, stuff like that. If you think SML is bad, because South Park's bad. I haven't watched it personally, but I've seen clips. South Park's like the top of the chain, probably the worst show ever for like racist jokes and stuff. So like, SML was nowhere near
this
South Park
episode,
level.
despite it being funny to a degree, because I do not want to offend anyone. I think the Chinese depiction was kind of racist though, and Jeffy's stereotypical Chinese voice was bad too. Really offensive video. Did not enjoy a single minute of it. 0 out of 10. Now, this is only one of the instances of super racist things being seen in SML, and people have definitely tried to cancel SML in the past, but if anything, this is probably the most valid thing someone could cancel SML for. But as we're about to see later in the video, they only get dumber. But something else Logan received a lot of backlash for, along with cancellation attempts, was the addition of Jeffy. Back in 2016, we would see a new character named Jeffy be introduced in SML movie Mario the Babysitter, and at the time, everyone thought that Jeffy was just gonna be another one-time character that we would never get to see again. And he was supposed to be until we got the video that was so popular that Logan decided to make Jeffy a main character, which would really start to upset fans from 2015 and before, because ever since Jeffy was added, the variety of SML started to spiral quickly, and we eventually stopped seeing characters such as Woody and Shrek, because they were often thrown to the side to make space for Jeffy, so the old SML fans wouldn't be able to watch their favorites anymore. And this caused absolute outrage online, with an absolute boatload of rant videos being posted by critics, GameCube Dude being one of them.
A lot of Jeffy videos are just rehashes of Bowser Jr. videos. Bowser Jr.'s homework, Jeffy's homework, Bowser Jr. gets potty trained, Jeffy gets potty trained, Bowser Jr.'s birthday, Jeffy's birthday.
Okay, but that's not, like, reasonable, like, because, like, they even done Cody's birthday. I think they, at one point, did Mario's birthday in Brooklyn Guys. If they did Brooklyn Guys, it most likely was before Jeffy, though. Actually, no, because I think during a Jeffy birthday video is when they revealed they have the same birthday, so maybe not.
Bowser Jr.'s cell phone, Jeffy's cell phone. Do you see what I mean here?
The complaining went from stuff like just rehashing videos to full-on crash outs about him. And unlike a lot of the other things on this list, this cancellation attempt actually split the community. On one side, there were Jeffy fans who loved the character and thought that he should stay, and the other side featured old fans who wanted him gone.
So Logan, I'm sorry to say, but you have to get rid of Jeffy. For the good of the channel, you just have to. Frankly, it's the choice between getting rid of the cancer or just flat out dying to it. Why? Well, for starters, Jeffy brought all the cancerous Jeffy fans.
And it doesn't stop here, as some people hated Jeffy so much that they wouldn't even hate on his character, and they would just hate for the sake of hating his appearance.
Alright guys, another reason why I hate Jeffy is because of the fanboys. I mean, I know this doesn't have to do with Jeffy himself, but it is related to Jeffy. I mean, seriously, what's with these fanboys? Every time you say something bad about Jeffy, you're instantly called an SML hater.
I don't think Mario/Marvin has to go through this much torture. It's kind of upsetting, and Mario/Marvin is one of my favorite characters in SML. The one I hate the worst is Jeffy's bad word, because of how Jeffy gets away with saying the F slur, and literally gets rewarded for it. Especially Rosalina. She is so soft to Jeffy the whole video. I did hate Jeffy because of the reception, and I read how he makes Mario miserable. Eventually though, as more and more people subscribed to SML, the old fans became a minority, and Logan once again escaped being cancelled. However, SML blowing up significantly due to Jeffy didn't only bring hate to him, but it also brought significant issues with YouTube towards Logan. And yeah, these issues were serious to say the least. This would all start on July 20th of 2017, when Logan would upload a vlog to YouTube called YouTube is Ruined, where he pretty much crashes out for 20 whole minutes, explaining that he got demonetized on YouTube, which was a pretty new thing at the time.
YouTube, what the fun? I'm so freaking peeved! Tito, you're such a beach! Hey. Oh, I want to punch you in the face!
Come on, do it, I dare you.
But I can't.
Tell us why.
I can't punch Teeds in the face, and I can't cuss. I can't do anything violent.
So at first, not too many people were worried, making jokes like this. Why doesn't Mr. Goodman just sue YouTube and then he owns it? However, things wouldn't stay that way for long, because just a couple months later, Logan uploaded a vlog called We're Quitting YouTube, which would seriously start to worry fans. Please don't quit. No, don't quit YouTube. You guys have always made me laugh. Don't quit YouTube. Luckily though, they weren't going to.
So yeah guys, I'm not quitting YouTube. Logan's not quitting YouTube. Yet.
But this vlog made a lot of fans realize just how serious of a situation they were dealing with. And if this situation didn't get resolved in the near future, their favorite channel would potentially have the chance of not existing anymore. And so, with YouTube constantly on his back, he finally lost it in a vlog called WTF. In this vlog, he smashed plates, threw food, and even destroyed a full-on table just because he got one of his videos demonetized.
YouTube, what? What? What, YouTube? What do you want from me? Huh? Is that what you want, YouTube? Not advertiser friendly.
After this vlog, Logan wasn't really making any money anymore, so he decided to open a Patreon where fans could support him, having tiers all the way up to $500, and this seemed like it could be a good temporary replacement until he could get things figured out at the time. However, things wouldn't stay good for long, as this ended up backfiring tremendously onto Logan because he didn't deliver the promise perks for paying, so fans started calling him a scammer, and some of the fans that did get their promise rewards actually ended up refunding so Logan wouldn't get the money, and so Logan's only alternative way of making money was going up in flames, and he was back to square one. And after a bit more bargaining with YouTube, and even offering to burn Jeffy, Logan finally gave up and decided to move channels to Super Luigi Logan, where the problem seemed to be solved. And he even went family friendly on the channel for a while, and everything seemed to be going okay. But of course, things didn't stay good for long, because Logan ended up getting too comfortable and dropped being family friendly, which led Super Luigi Logan to getting demonetized as well, causing SML to become more family friendly and moving to Super Bowser Logan, where he never ended up getting demonetized, and instead it was Nintendo that made him move again. Which brings us to our next occurrence of a cancellation attempt for SML, which was none other than Nintendo themselves. All of this started back in 2021, when things were finally looking up for SML since they went family friendly. They got their ads back, and it looked like it was all going to be okay. But things wouldn't stay good for long, because one day in January, Logan received a letter from Nintendo telling him to stop using all Nintendo characters in his videos with an immediate effect. And due to this, Logan had to update all of his thumbnails, his channels, and his videos to human puppets, which wasn't good because you may already know, people absolutely hated the human puppets back then. And once again, Logan had to move to a new channel.
The purpose of this is because we've unauthorized use of the Nintendo brand in conjunction with profane, offensive content on multiple of your YouTube channels, named after iconic Nintendo characters, such as Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan, Super Daisy Logan.
But that's not it though, since people actually started accusing Logan of faking the cease and desist letter, just so he can switch to the human puppets. And this rumor was actually spread around for a little bit. Is the cease and desist fake? Yes, Logan's a liar. No, what the hell? There are clues why it could be fake. The letter has Logan's old address. Nintendo would have taken immediate action, or soon after, what...
I mean, there's also the fact that in recent videos, he slipped up putting Nintendo stuff in the backgrounds, like before the jokes, like before they, like the edgy jokes really close to like sue-worthy jokes that they made when they brought Luigi back as Lewis, and they brought Wario and Waluigi back, not back, they've never been in SML, at least based off what I remember, but they added them to as characters. But before that, all that stuff happened, there was times Logan's had like Nintendo cereal, Nintendo cups in the background of his videos, and nothing bad happened from it. So like, I can see that it is real, but Nintendo is just like slowed down to the point they don't really care anymore. Because I don't think they're going to watch every video 24/7 and make sure someone who works at Nintendo keeps track of all the videos he's posting and see when there's something Nintendo related in
Logan is done.
Like,
and
they're
they
not
didn't
gonna
seem
do
to
that
care.
letter.
The letter doesn't seem very formal and looks different compared to an actual cease and desist. However, the rumors pretty much stopped instantly when Logan deleted his channel with 9 million subscribers. And that pretty much debunked all the rumors, as no one would do that unless it was real.
Like, what do we do now? What happens if you try to go to this channel? Oh my god, what happens when you click? this channel does not exist.
But while Logan's channel just looks different now, let's take a look at one of the main reasons why Logan got the cease and desist, which is none other than the time an actual kid tied a noose thanks to Jeffy. Back in 2017, SML uploaded a video called Jeffy's Tantrum, and on the surface, this looks like your average SML video, except in reality, this is what would come to be one of the biggest controversies to this day, because in one specific scene in this video, Jeffy ties a rope in a very specific way and tries to unalive himself.
Alright, this is it. I'm gonna kill myself.
And in result, this caused a UK news outlet called The Sun to report that a 7-year-old boy had tried to copy him. And of course, this news reached thousands of parents.
I've said it before, and I'm pretty sure SML Universe said it. There's no way someone actually did that. Because he doesn't show how you tie it. How you do that. A 7-year-old probably can't even tie a knot. I mean, I'm 17. I can't even tie my shoes. So you... like, what? I don't believe it for a second that this is
across the UK and beyond, which led to so many children around the world being banned from watching SML because that story spread like wildfire on Facebook and other platforms. The Sun even managed to get a statement from Logan in which he said, "I'm truly sorry if my video inspired anybody to do anything similar. They are not to be imitated and are for entertainment purposes only." And the crazy part was that it wasn't even Logan's fault, as it's not like he showed a step-by-step tutorial on how to tie one of those things. So in reality, he wasn't even the sole cause for the kid doing this. Clearly, this entry 100% solidified itself as one of the dumbest attempts to cancel.
It encouraged it, but the reason they actually did it was not because of Logan. Because they didn't show how he didn't show how to do it.
wasn't the only news outlet that covered SML, as a way bigger one would soon cover Logan and hurt his reputation even more. Back in 2018, Logan was already in pretty hot water with Jeffy because of videos like Jeffy's Bad Word and Jeffy
Good Morning America
cell phone. But the video that really shook things up was Jeffy's Tantrum yet again. And that's all because sometime after this video was published, Good Morning America decided to air a segment where they would warn parents about SML being dangerous.
Seen this vlog,
it's dumb. Inappropriate because the way he looks, but when you actually watch him, he traps you in it. Do you think he traps?
And this news
bro, you know what, that kid bullshitting. They probably told him to say that.
Pretty much amplified Logan's problems tenfold now. Thousands of kids across America were banned from watching SML. Along with this, YouTube started to get aggressive with their demonetization, doing things like automatically demonetizing every video that Logan would upload, so that he would have to get each video manually reviewed. And not only this, but this one news article led to Logan having to move channels 3 times, and getting a cease and desist by Nintendo like we went over earlier. However, one person that wanted Logan gone before Good Morning America covered them was none other than Skip Dip. Skip Dip was a huge hater of SML back in 2017 to 2018, and was not liking what SML was doing when it came to the fact that Logan was using Jeffy and Jr. a lot, instead of the classic characters like Shrek and Woody. And for some reason, Skip Dip thought that a reasonable choice was to mass report Logan's videos and try to get him off YouTube for good. And not only was Skip Dip doing this, but he would also organize a group of people where they would dedicate themselves to mass flag Logan's videos, which was just insane. And it would eventually get to the point that Logan himself would acknowledge him and state how he was most likely not the reason for him getting demonetized.
Oh, the video just freezed.
And that he shouldn't get the credit for it.
Okay, apparently there's some, like, fat kid who, like, flagged all my videos, apparently, right? But anybody could do that. Like, I could go flag all of Logan Paul's videos right now. Like, I could go do that, but it's not gonna do anything. And so there's some kid that apparently, like, a month ago said he was gonna start flagging my videos. And my videos just so happened to get demonetized this morning. So now everyone's giving him all the credit for it. It's just giving him attention. He thinks he's all happy. He, like, right now, I bet you he's sitting there saying, yay, I got the attention because my daddy touched me or whatever. But at the end of the day, day, he didn't do it. At the end of the day, YouTube decided to do it.
Now, obviously, what SkipDip was doing was wrong, stupid, and most importantly, some no-life activities. So obviously, fans sided with Logan right away. SkipDip removed all of his videos. He started this, but we're gonna finish this. Hashtag SkipDip. However, thankfully, SkipDip would disappear off the internet shortly after Logan's demonetization started happening, as he kind of got what he wanted, but at the same time, really didn't. But when it comes to the modern day, SkipDip's impacts have caused people to make rumors that SkipDip may have been the person that swatted the SML house back in 2019, or even the person that was responsible for Logan getting the cease and desist. But take all of these rumors with a huge grain of salt, as they most likely aren't true. But this isn't the only YouTuber who really started hating Logan's work, as Froggy Company is another YouTuber that hated Logan and wanted him gone, but for a very specific reason. Now, before we talk about why Froggy Company wanted Logan canceled, let's first introduce Froggy, and what he really is to Logan. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane all the way back to 2008, where a young Logan would meet a cool-looking dude named Froggy Company online. Froggy was this cool Nintendo YouTuber that would do Mario Freakout videos and his own plush content, and Logan loved his content, so he would decide to reach out to Froggy, and after this, him and Logan would become really good friends, and would even give Logan tips on how to make his videos better, along with giving him new character ideas, some of those characters being Shrek, Tony the Tiger, and Woody.
And we became really good friends, and he gave me tips on how to make better videos, and that's when I added Tony the Tiger and Shrek and Woody and all the characters you love today.
However, all of these tips would ultimately lead Logan to become really successful, and at one point more successful than Froggy. And this right here is what caused Froggy to start becoming jealous. And due to this jealousy, he would ask Logan for the password of Super Mario Logan, as Froggy claims that he made Logan. And apparently that meant that Froggy should own his channel. Yeah, that alone was kind of weird. But it gets worse, as Logan would clearly say no to this, which caused Froggy to block Logan, take down all of his videos, and rename his channel to I Hate Super Mario Logan. And he would start posting looped videos of him burning Mario plushies, along with talking crap on Logan and calling him slurs. Now, this situation was clearly messed up, and Froggy would keep doing this all the way until early 2010, where he would make one final attempt at getting the channel, by essentially threatening to kill Logan and his family if he didn't give the channel to him. And this right here is what put the nail in the coffin, as Logan would report everything to YouTube and get his channels terminated, along with getting his email blocked for making new accounts. So yeah, this situation was easily one of the most messed up ones. But by now, it's clear that Logan is unstoppable. But now, let's talk about another cancellation attempt towards SML. However, this time it wasn't anything toxic, and it was actually something that could have benefited Logan. On January 7th, 2025, Logan would upload a vlog titled How Many Subscribers? And in this vlog, he would talk about various things. However, he would also mention back in 2017, a company would message Logan and offer $1 million to buy all of Logan's uploaded videos at the time.
There was this company that messaged me, and they were offering to buy all my current videos. And they offered me some ridiculous amount. I think it was like $1 million. It was something insane.
Now, this right here was a lot of money that could have been in Logan's hands in an instant. However, at the time, Logan wasn't like most of the other people and didn't take the money right away. Logan actually thought about it and realized some important facts, starting with the fact that Logan would easily be able to make the $1 million that they offered him throughout a few months, as they were doing really good at the time. And not only this, but of course, taxes exist in the world. So Logan would have to pay a lot of taxes and would not see the full $1 million. And due to these key parts in the decision, Logan wouldn't sell his videos. However, just a month later, he would end up getting demonetized, which changed the outlook of everything. And it even brings up the possibility that Logan could have avoided demonetization if he sold the videos, as YouTube would have demonetized them instead.
And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And then guess what? I got demonetized. Imagine what would have happened if I would have said yes, gave me my $1 million, they took it, and then YouTube demonetized them. Yo.
Now, at the time, Logan definitely made a mistake. However, nowadays it doesn't really matter if Logan did or not, as SML is its own brand now due to the SML puppets. So you can think of it how you want, but overall, this is one of the more interesting attempts at canceling SML. But when it comes to Logan's women, they have tried to cancel SML, but in a different way. As we all know, Logan has had a lot of drama drama in the past 6 months when it comes to his personal relationship life. Drama ranges from Logan being accused of cheating, manipulating, paying girls, and much more crazier things. However, we still have to remember that all the bad stuff these girls say about Logan still ruin his reputation for the SML channel, and could be considered cancellation attempts, which is messed up to say the least. And believe it or not, this huge chain of drama has gotten so far to the point where some fans have actually started to hate Logan and view him in a relatively different way. I don't believe any of the stuff he says about Chili. He's just trying to manipulate everyone and make himself look like a victim needing sympathy. God, I hate Logan. Now, while you may have thought that this drama could have been one of the lead competitors to ruin SML, it actually wasn't. And if anything, we've seen SML themselves mock the drama in actual videos, such as Roy Get Hard. And along with this, we would see Logan briefly respond to all the drama in a Chili vlog.
First of all, guys, I'm not a fucking bad person. I've not done anything fucking wrong. All the things that are happening right now online were from 4 years ago. Yes, there's some recent stupid shit that should have never been public. I have not done anything fucking illegal. I have not done anything wrong. I have not broke the law in any way. I have not done anything wrong that would hurt anybody. All the stuff that's happening online was 4 fucking years ago, and people are mad, and a lot of people want money and things, and I'm refusing to give it, and they're losing their fucking mind.
But if you want to learn more about this drama in detail, I suggest checking out my 1-hour-long documentary on it, as it's very interesting. Well, that was it for all the times people attempted to cancel SML, and feel free to let me know if I missed any.
That's gonna be the end of the video. Bye, guys.